I was concerned about the generality of this add-on to your board bylaws. Is there any upper limit to what you're going to pay for this legal counsel? You have a lawyer. You have a legal counsel for the board. Yet you're letting outside lawyers represent your board members at extraordinary prices. One started out at $500,000, and another is $100,000. There's got to be rules. Do these bylaws get changed immediately so that two of the board members voting on it will directly profit from it? You've got to have other readings. You've got to discuss it more. So please table it for tonight and do a second reading next time. Thank you.
Good evening, Alex Olfers, Executive Director at Contra Costa Taxpayers Association. This is only the first reading of this bylaw change before it can be voted on. This can only be the first reading and not voted on. And I have a few questions. Why is this on this special meeting agenda at all? Why is this bylaw change being made at all? I mean, this is only the first reading. You cannot take action on it. So please table this. Thank you.
To fulfill. I think you would also want to have a discussion on the need for such a change to the bylaws. What are the other options for dealing with legal challenges to district employees and board members? And then finally, I think that such a report would also include a survey of how this need is addressed for other districts. So I urge you to either vote no or to table it and ask for a report that deals with these measures. Thank you.
It is. 2 minutes.
Good evening, board. It's been a long time. I would like to say hi. First, I would like to remind you this issue is about taking care of the district. It's not about individuals. It's about the children and the district. When you make a decision on this, you are safeguarding the people who sit in your seat, whether it is you or the people who come after you. And it could be the charter school people right here, or it could be somebody else. It doesn't matter. I sat in this room for 8 years and watched every single meeting, special meeting, whatnot. I'm on a different spectrum than our first speaker. He can pay for whatever legal counsel he has. I, on the other hand, don't have that opportunity. I don't have that opportunity. So by you limiting yourselves to saying, no, we won't pay for legal representation of the board member, what you really do is you limit your application, the pool of applicants to come up and represent the community, the whole community, not just money, people, or somebody else's interest, the student's interest. So I really want you to think hard about what you do in this vote, because it's real. It's real, and it affects every single one of you that have a spine.
Dr. Harder, you want to restate why we can vote on this tonight so that it's clear, because I don't want to get into a procedural issue. If people want to bring court action, they want to be able to do whatever they want to do, they can do it. But as long as it's on the record from the superintendent, work with legal counsel, and he believes that it's clear they can vote, we should vote it up and down. People can decide what they want to do. Dr. Hart?
It has been the practice of this board to bring policy revisions on a single reading and to bring new policies with the first reading and then a final vote at a subsequent meeting. That has been the practice of this board for at least as long as I can remember. I don't know about you, Mr. Manager.
Yeah, and so I think that myself and Mr. Groves sat down at the agenda setting. No one contacted us. It was out. The lawyer put this language together. I had some thoughts, and I stuck with what our legal counsel has said, that worked on this document and felt was that needed to be revised. I believe strongly that individuals that have previously served, that are serving, and that will serve in the future need to understand that the decisions that they make when they act within the scope of their duties and responsibilities has been outlined under law, and that if you're not acting within your scope and duties, there are remedies and acts that can be taken by the district against those members. It is not appropriate for people to politicize how we govern and serve. And the reality is this is not a legal in terms of court act. This is an administrative hearing by a governmental entity that can subpoena anybody. As a matter of fact, read the subpoenas. There's no accusation of wrongdoing. And I find it interesting that the county treasurer's office has been subpoenaed as well. And no one has gone to the board of supervisors up there and told the board of supervisors not to provide legal representation to the county treasurer's office. And so it's a decision of the Board of Education and how they want to view governance and how they want to believe that individuals should be subjected in cases of having to comply. This is being imposed on board members. They are being required to respond to requests based on the district. This is in the matter of the West Contra Costa Unified School District. That's what this is about. This is about in the matter of the West Contra Costa Unified School District. That's what it says. It doesn't say your name, my name, or anybody's name. So anybody that served any time could be subpoenaed as a staff or board member. I think it's important to strongly indicate that we need to at least assure that individuals working within the scope of their jobs and their duties are not put at risk behind administrative investigations. But that's for the district. And so board members that come in the future, they can say, hey, and then all of a sudden realize that this could happen to them, and they're going to turn around and have to figure out how they do it. I don't think it's appropriate for staff members to have to deal with that. I don't think it's appropriate for school board members to have to deal with that. That's my thoughts. And Mr. Groves, if you have some comments, go ahead. Sure.
So is it, Dr. Hart, is our policy in conflict with our bylaws? Is a former practice in conflict with our bylaws?
I haven't actually reviewed the bylaw that was in question.
What we're not going to have tonight is individuals start to create a circus environment. We've respected what you had to say. Keep yourself calm and composed and be respectful. And please, you made your point. It's being addressed now. There's no need to create a disrespect for the process. You've made your point. It's been emphasized. We hear you. We're not going to have a circus environment in here tonight. We're going to be respectful. Mr. Groves has questions. He's going to respond. Dr. Hart has been honest in his statement. And then we'll continue to move forward. Go ahead, Doctor.
And what I was going to add, Mr. Groves, was that should the board take an action that needs further action, the board could always take action at a subsequent meeting.
as far as I understand,